Sports Live Media on YouTube. It is your guy Sports Live, broadcasting live on location at the Wallace State Community College Wellness Center, where we will have an Intramural Recreational Championship Volleyball game between WSCC Tennis versus the OGs. This match is a championship match. They have had regular season matches throughout the course of the game. They had a tournament last week, which I was not able to get to. And these are the last two teams that are left, and they are playing for the 2025 Intramural Recreational Championship for volleyball. So, again, if you're just joining me, I am Sports Live Media, broadcasting live on location from the Wallace State College Wellness Center in Hanceville, Alabama, for an intramural volleyball game, which will be taking place soon between WSCC Tennis and the OGs. So, this match has not started yet. They're kind of warming up right now, so we'll just watch and see what's going on with some of the action. Again, thank you for tuning in to this broadcast today. It is greatly appreciated. And right now, they're just kind of loosening up and getting things ready to do stuff to play. So we shall get this as best we can. Okay, looks like they're about to start. So the two teams are the team on the left are the OGs. The team on the right over here is WSCC Tennis. So we are going to cover this and do the best we can with it. I'm not sure if they're doing best of 3 games or the best of 5 games, but I think it's best of 3. So anyway, welcome to Sports Live Media on YouTube. I'm your guy, Sports Live, broadcasting live on location from the Wallace State Community College in Hanceville, Alabama, the Wellness Center, where we have an intramural recreational volleyball game going on between WSCC Tennis and the OGs. For purposes of this broadcast, the team on my right is WSCC Tennis. The team on the left is the OGs. Intramural sports is where you basically have groups of students and or employees get together and form other groups, along with other groups of students and or employees. They form teams and they play sports as a form of recreation and whatnot. This is for fun and it is a good time. So thank you for each and every one of you for joining me today. We will be getting this volleyball match started very shortly. And here's your tennis team. We are live on location. One that gets the ball first looks like it'll be the OGs. This is a best of 3, so you have to win by 2 points. 25-23 is the way they do it. Thank you for joining me back. I appreciate it. There we go. The game has started. The championship match has started. Point for a net violation goes to the OGs. 1-0 is the score. Tennis. 1-1 is the score at the moment. 1-1 is the score. And that's a point for the WSCC Tennis. 2-1 is the score in game 1 of this match. WSCC Tennis, 3-1 is the score. Another point for the WSCC Tennis, 4-1 is the score. 4-1 is the score. Out of bounds on WSCC Tennis. Point goes to the OGs. It is 4-2. 4-2 is the score. Point goes to the OGs. 4-3 is the score. Point to WSCC Tennis. 5-3 is the score. 5-3 is the score. Goes to the WSCC Tennis. 6-3 is the score. Point to WSCC Tennis, or I'm sorry, to the OGs. Point goes to the OGs. It is 6-4 WSCC over the OGs. That is inbounds. Point for WSCC Tennis. 7-4 is the score. 7-4 is the score. Apparently there was a net violation on the OGs. Point goes to WSCC Tennis. 8-4 is the score. Point for the OGs. 8-5 is the score. 8-5 is the score. While WSCC Tennis over the OGs. For the ace. 8-6 is a score for the WSCC Tennis over the OGs. And that is a point for the OGs. 8-7 is a score. Point for the WSCC Tennis for a line violation. WSCC Tennis 9, OG 7. That is a point to the OGs. It is 9-8. WSCC Tennis over the OGs. We're in game 1 of this match. Point goes to WSCC Tennis. It is 10-8 is the score. Point to WSCC Tennis, 11 to 8 is the score for the WSCC tennis over the OGs. Point for the WSCC tennis. 12 to 8 is the score. Out of bounds, 13 to 8 for the WSCC tennis over the OGs. Out of bounds, point goes to the OGs. 13 to 9 is the score. As out of bounds, point for the OGs. 13 to 10 is the score for WSCC tennis over the OGs. That's into the net for the point for WSCC tennis. 14 to 10 is the score in game one of this match. That's a net violation. 14 to 11 is the score for the WSCC tennis over the OGs. That is a point for the OGs. 14 to 12 is the score. WSCC tennis over the OGs. We're in game one. And a point for the OGs. 14 to 13 is the score for the for WSCC tennis over the OGs. Who'd the point go to? The point goes to WSCC tennis. 15 to 13 is the score. 15 to 13 is the score. WSCC tennis over the OGs. Just scored another point, so it is 15 to 14. OGs are losing to WSCC tennis. It's 15-14 right now. Score is 16 to 14 WSCC tennis over the OGs. The block at the front, so point goes to WSCC tennis, and the score is 17 to 14 WSCC tennis over the OGs. For the WSCC tennis, 18 to 14 is the score for WSCC tennis over the OGs. And a point goes to the OGs. It is 18 to 15 in game one of this match. Out of bounds on the OGs, a point goes to the WSCC tennis. 19 to 15 is the score. point goes to the OGs, 19-16, WSCC Tennis over the OGs. OGs is on the left, WSCC Tennis is on the right. And a point goes to the OGs. 19-17 is the score for WSCC Tennis over the OGs. Out of bounds on the OGs, 20-17 is the score for WSCC over Tennis over the OGs. Out of bounds, 20-18 is the score. WSCC Tennis over the OGs. Point for the OGs, 20-19 is the score. Scores all tied up 20-20. Scores tied with the OGs and WSCC Tennis at 20-20. It was out of bounds, and the point goes to the OGs. 21-20 is the score in game one. Inbounds for the WSCC Tennis. The score is tied at 21 in game one. That is inbounds for the OG. 22-21 is the score. OGs over the WSCC Tennis. That is a point for the OGs. 23-21 is the score over the WSCC Tennis. Game point for game one. It is 24-21 OGs, and there's been a timeout been called. There's been a timeout that has been called. So while we're in timeout, let's look and see what show them talking over here. There's your WSCC Tennis during the timeout. Over there is your officials for this game. And over here is the OGs talking during timeout. We are at game point for the OGs for game one. And the score is 24-21 at the moment. Play will resume here in just a couple of minutes. And you can tell it's loud. All right. 24-21, the OGs over WSCC Tennis, game 1 point. This is game point. And that is the end of game 1. 25-21. That is game point. The OGs win game 1, 25-21. We will have game 2 coming up shortly. The OGs will be on the right side over here, and WSCC Tennis will be on the left side over there. So, while I have a minute, thank you for taking the time to watch this broadcast on Sports Live Media. If you will, please hit the like and share button so that way we can let people know that this volleyball match is going on, and I do greatly appreciate your support. If you will, if you'd like to subscribe, you can do so by going to www.youtube.com, the / symbol, the @ symbol, SPORTSLOV. You can also find me on the YouTube search tab by typing in Sports Live Media as 2 words, SPORTSLOV, MEDIA for media. I'm also on Twitter X. My handle there is @BobAmin16. That is the @ symbol, BOBAMIN16. This is while we're waiting on game 2 to get started. Game 2 is going to start with the WSCC Tennis serving to the OGs. That is a point for the WSCC Tennis due to a net violation. 1-0 is a score in game 2. One to one is the score, and a point goes to the OGs. 1-1 is the score. And a point for the WSCC Tennis. 2-1 is the score. And that's a net serve. So 2-2 is the score. OGs have ball. 2-2 is the score. Into the net. WSCC Tennis 3, OGs 2. And a point to the OGs. 3-3 is the score in game 2. Into the net. WSCC 4, the OGs 3. And a point goes to the OGs. The score is 4-4. 4-4 is the score. Point goes to the WSCC Tennis. 5-4 is the score. 7-5 is the score. OG's just scored. OG's is on the right, the WSCC tennis is on the left. The OG's just got the point on the vertical leap for the kill shot. And the OGs scored the point on that one. It is 7-5. OGs over the WSCC tennis. Point goes to the WSCC tennis. 7-6 is the score. Out of bounds. Point goes to WSCC tennis. The score is tied 7-7. Point goes to the OGs. 8-7 is the score. That is inbounds, and 9-7 is the score. OGs over the WSCC tennis. 9-7 is the score. Out of bounds on the serve. Point goes to the WSCC tennis. 9-8 is the score. OGs with the point. 10-8 is the score. OGs over the WSCC tennis. Point goes to the OGs. 11-7 is the score. 11-7 is the score of the OGs over the WSCC tennis. Nice save. WSCC tennis with the point. WSCC tennis with a point. 11-9 is the score. OGs over the WSCC tennis. And the point goes to the OGs. 12-. 13-9 is the score. The OGs over WSCC Tennis. That is out of bounds. Goes to the WSCC Tennis. The score is 13-10. WSCC Tennis 11, OG's 13. Out of bounds on the attempted kill shot. The point goes to WSCC Tennis. 13-12 is the score. The OG's over WSCC Tennis. WSCC Tennis. Tied at 13 is the score. 13-13 is the score. We have ourselves a little rally going on here. And the point goes to the OGs. 14-13 is the score. OGs over the WSCC Tennis. Point goes to the OGs. 15-13 is the score. OGs get the point. It is 16-13. The OGs over the WSCC Tennis. OGs with the point. 17-13. OGs over WSCC Tennis. Out of bounds. Point goes to the WSCC Tennis. 17-14 is the score in game 2. And a point goes to the WSCC Tennis. 17-15. OGs over the WSCC Tennis. And that's tipped. And a point goes to the WSCC Tennis. 17-16 is the score. OGs over the WSCC Tennis. That is out of bounds. Point goes to the OGs. 18-16 is the score. WSCC Tennis. Net violation. Net violation. Looks like we're going to have a replay because both sides had the net violation at the same time. That is a good kill shot. The OGs with the point. To 17 is the score. The OGs over the WSCC Tennis in game 2. 20 to 17 is the score. Ace on the serve. 21 to 17 OGs over the WSCC Tennis. Out of bounds with the point going to the OGs. 22-17, I believe, is the score. Point goes to the OGs. Timeout has been called. The score is 23 to 17. OGs over the WSCC Tennis. 23-17 is the score. Again, for those that's just joining me, thank you for watching this live broadcast of Intramural Recreational Volleyball here on Sports Live Media. If you will, please hit the like and share button so we can let people know that this volleyball match is going on. I do greatly appreciate each and every one of you. There's the tennis, WSCC Tennis discussing strategy during this timeout. And the ones that just kind of scattered around are the OGs. And again, the score is 23-17, OGs over WSCC Tennis. We're about to resume play. Play has resumed. Point goes to the OGs. This may be match point. If they're doing best of 3, this would be match point. It's 24 to 17. 24-17 is the score. And that is 25 to 17. That is end of match. That is end of match. 25 to 17. So no, it is not end of match. It is not end of match. They're doing best of 5, I think. So I thought that would have been, that's game point though. No, it is not match point because they're doing best of 5. We're still waiting to figure out what's going on with that. I don't know if they're doing best of 3 or best of 5. Looks like they're doing best of 5 because nobody's left the court yet. So, yeah, it looks like best of 5. So they're doing 5 games in this match. So that was game point, not match point. I apologize for that. I did not know. So now in game 3, we have WSCC Tennis on the right and the OGs on the left. All right, so starting for game 3 of this match. This is a best of 5. All right, we're in game 3. That was a tip, and that point goes to the OGs. 1-0 is the score in game 3. That is legal. Out of bounds is the call. The WSCC Tennis has the ball now. And it's out of bounds. Two to 1 is the score for WSCC Tennis over the OGs. And that's a point for the OGs. That is a point for the OGs. OGs over WSCC Tennis. The OGs just scored again. Point for the OGs. Point goes to the OGs. 5-2 is the score. OGs over WSCC Tennis. Point goes to the WSCC Tennis. Out of bounds on the OG. It's 5-4. OGs over WSCC Tennis. That is out of bounds. 5-5 is the score in game 3. bounds. Point goes to the WSCC tennis. 6-5 is the score. Point goes to the OGs. The score is tied 6-6. The point goes to WSCC tennis. 7-6 is the score. 7-6 is the score. Point for the OGs. Out of bounds on the WSCC tennis. 8-7 is the score for the OGs over WSCC tennis. It hit the roof on the wrong side, so point goes to the other team. If it would hit the roof on their side, on the right side, it would have been counted, but it did not count. So point goes to the OGs. And served into the net. OGs 9, Wallace or WSCC tennis 8. Point goes 10-8 is the score. OGs over WSCC tennis. That is inbounds for the ace. 11-8 for the OGs over the WSCC tennis. That's 4 hits. Point goes to the OGs. 12-8 is the score. Out of bounds. 12-9 is the score. OGs over WSCC tennis. That is a point for the OGs. 13-9 is the score. OGs over the WSCC tennis. Point goes to the WSCC tennis. 13-10 is the score. We are in game 3 of this volleyball match. Point goes to the OGs. 14-10 is the score. 14-10. Nice little rally we got here. Dead ball over there at the out of bounds area. So point goes to the WSCC tennis. WSCC tennis. 14-12 is the score. OG's over the WSCC tennis. Point goes to WSCC tennis. 14-13 is the score. Nice kill attempt, but it was too low. 14-all is the score. Score's tied at 14 between the OGs and the Wallace or the WSCC tennis team. Nice kill shot by WSCC tennis. (15-14) is the score. All right, the OGs just scored that point. Inbounds. As inbounds point for the OGs. (16-15) is the score. OGs over the WSCC tennis. Point goes to the WSCC tennis. (17-16) is the score. Out of bounds, point goes to the OG. 17-all, 17-17 is the score. We are in game 3. That is out of bounds on the WSCC tennis. 18-17 is the score. The OGs over the WSCC tennis. And the score was tied off the tip, 18 apiece. And everybody's got to rotate, 18-18. Point for the OG. 19-18 is the score. WSCC tennis. It is 20-18. OGs over the WSCC tennis. And a tip. Another point for, and that would be an ace in some cases. 21-18 for the OGs. 21-18. That's out of bounds. 21-19 is the score. OGs over the WSCC tennis. And that's a point for the OGs. 22-19 is the score. 22-19 is the score. And a tip. 23-19 is the score. OGs over the WSCC tennis. Point for the WSCC tennis. 23-20. The OGs over the WSCC tennis. Point for the WSCC tennis. 23-22 is the score. Point goes to WSCC tennis. 23-23 is the score. Timeout has been called. .23 is the score. We are in timeout at the moment. Over there on the left side is the OGs. On the right side over here is the WSCC tennis. Our play is resumed. This is game point, 24-23. This is not match point, this is game point. Game 3, final score in that one's 25-23. We go to game 4. We go to game 4. Looks like we have an intermission period right now. Looks like we've got an intermission right now. We're about to do game 4. So while we're waiting, we'll just watch this as it continues, as some of them are just practicing just for something fun to do. Anyway, we go to game 4. I'm going to step back a little bit, lean up against the wall so I can have something to sit on and secure my spot. Anyway, while we're in intermission, thank you for joining us for this volleyball match on Sports Live Media. If you will, please hit the like button and the subscribe button and the notification bells to let people know that this is going on. I do greatly appreciate each and every one of you for joining me today. This is a best-of-5 game series, and so we now go to game 4. The OGs have won 2 games, and the Wallace, or the WSCC Tennis, has won 1. So now we go to game 4 of this championship volleyball match. So far in this game, in the last game, the OGs had several chances to potentially win the match, but for whatever reason, they did not. The WSCC Tennis said no, and we are going to go to game 4 here shortly. So we are going to go to game 4. We'll just get some of the people warming up still during game 4, or before game 4. So the OGs won game 1 and game 2, and the WSCC Tennis won game 3. So now we are in game 4, or fixing to be in game 4. And I'm just kind of sitting by waiting and watching what's going on. All right, we are in game 4. Game 4. OGs have the serve for the first serve in game 4. Point goes to the WSCC Tennis. 1-0. 1-0 is the score in game 4. And it looks like the OGs just scored the point. So for games 1, 2, 3, and 4, you have to win by 2, example being 25-23. If it goes to game 5, it'll be 15-13. You still have to win by 2. Out of bounds on the attempted kill shot. OGs have 2, the score is OGs 2, WSCC Tennis 1. Into the net, did not go over the net, so a point for the WSCC Tennis. And out of bounds for the WSCC Tennis, OG scores the points. to the WSCC tennis. I believe the score is 3-3. Point goes to the OGs. Point goes to the WSCC tennis. That is out of bounds on the serve. 5-4 is the score. OGs over WSCC tennis. Score is tied at 5, and the point goes to the WSCC tennis. 5-5 is the score. And the point goes to the OGs. 6-5 is the score. Six to 5 is the score. Point goes to the OGs on that one. It is 7-5 is the score. OGs over the WSCC tennis. Point goes to the OGs, 8-5. 8-5. Point goes to the WSCC tennis, 8-6 is the score. Out of bounds on the OGs. 8-7 is the score. OGs over WSCC tennis. Out of bounds on the serve. 9-7, OGs over the WSCC tennis. Out of bounds. 9-8 is the score. OGs over WSCC tennis, and we are at game 4 of this match. Out of bounds. Out of bounds. 10-8 is the score. OGs over the WSCC tennis. Point goes to the WSCC tennis. 10-9 is the score. The OGs over WSCC Tennis. Point goes to the OGs. 11-9 is the score. OGs over the WSCC Tennis. And that is a perfectly good serve. OGs with the point. Thirteen to 9 is the score. Out of bounds on the serve. 14 to 9 is the score. OGs over the WSCC Tennis. That's out of bounds. Point goes to the WSCC Tennis. Out of bounds. WSCC Tennis with the point. Point goes to WSCC Tennis. Out of bounds. (15-12) OGs over the WSCC Tennis. Point goes to the OGs. 16-12 is the score. We are in game 4. Officials timeout. 16-12 is the score. 16-12 is the score. OG 16, WSCC Tennis 12. We are in an officials timeout at the moment. I think they got to get there was like sweater or something on the floor. So yeah, 16-12 is the score. For those that's just tuning into this broadcast, thank you very much for tuning in today. I do greatly appreciate it. This game is being broadcast live on location from Wallace State Community College, the Wellness Center there at the college. So they're just cleaning up the floor. Apparently there was some water or sweat or something. Yeah, we're just working on getting the floor cleaned up. All right, we're about to resume play. Thank you for each and every one of you who's tuned into this broadcast today. We are in Game 4 of a grueling Recreational Intramural Volleyball matchup between OGs and WSCC Tennis. Point goes to the WSCC Tennis. Point goes to the WSCC Tennis. Out of bounds. Point goes to the OGs. (17 to 15 is the score. OGs over the WSCC Tennis. And a point goes to the OGs. 18-15 is the score. Point goes to the OGs. I believe it's 19-15 is the score. (20-15). Point goes for the OGs. 20-15 is the score. Point goes to the WSCC Tennis. Net violation. Illegal attack on the front. Point goes to WSCC Tennis. Well, we got a good rally going on. Point goes to the WSCC Tennis. Timeout has been called. Timeout has been called. The OGs 20, the WSCC Tennis 18, and there's your OGs talking in their timeout right now. You have timeout over there on the WSCC Tennis. It is 20-18 in Game 4 of this match. So while we are in timeout, I'm going to step back just a little bit and see if we can't get the full view of things. Anyway, we are in game 4 of this volleyball match. If the WSCC tennis wins this one, it will go to game 5, and at game 5 it's 15-13 you have to win by. But if the OGs win this game, they will win the match 3-1. And play is fixing to resume. There we go. Out of bounds on the OGs, the WSCC tennis gets the point. It's, yeah. Point goes to the OGs. 21-19 is the score. OGs 21, WSCC tennis 19. Had to duck on that one because it was coming my way on the court, so the score is 21-20, OGs over the WSCC tennis. 21-20 is the score. And that's out of bounds on the tip for WSCC tennis. The point goes to the OGs. 22-20 is the score. 22-20 in game 4. Sorry about the phone call coming in during the live stream. It's 23-20 right now. Out of bounds, 24-20. This should be timeout has been called. Timeout has been called. It is 24-20. The OGs 24, the WSCC tennis 20. This should be match point for the OGs. If they get this, they will win 3-1. There's the OGs talking strategy. And over across the way over there is the WSCC team talking strategy during this timeout. We will resume play here shortly. We are more than 1 hour and 20 minutes into this match. This is match point. Match point. And the win goes to the OGs 25-20. The OGs win this game 25-20, and they won 3 games. The OGs won 3 games, and the WSCC tennis won the other. So we're going to see about getting a photograph real quick with the OGs. We got a presentation to give, so let's get over there. Let's go for this. Got a presentation going on. We got the presentation going on. Looks like we got medals or whatever. We're about to have a presentation here. Just trying to get in a little bit and do the best I can with this. So again, in that match for the Intramural Recreational Championships, OGs won 3-1 over the WSCC tennis. We're about to. They're getting medals now. They're getting medals now. And it looks like we're about to do a team photo. We're gonna get a photo. They're gonna get a photo, and we're just gonna kind of do a scroll through real quick, and this shall end our broadcast. This is your 2025 Intramural Recreational Intramural Volleyball Champions, the OGs, who won 3-1 over the WSCC tennis. So with that, thank you for tuning in to this broadcast today on Sports Live Media. If you will, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be made aware of when I am broadcasting live, when I have sports action videos, when I have sports education videos, again, when I broadcast live, or when I have breaking news in the sports world. If you wish to subscribe to the channel, it is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for doing so. You can go to www.youtube.com, the slash symbol, the at symbol, SPORTSLOV, or you can go on the YouTube search tab, type in the 2 words, Sports Live Media, SPORTSLOVMEDIA. You'll know it's me because I have Sports Live Media burned into a basketball as my avatar. I'm also on Twitter X. My handle there is at BobAmin16. That's the at symbol, BOBAMIN16. Thank you for joining me for this broadcast today. Sports Live Media signing out. Have a wonderful evening.